Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife, now with more flipping. My name's The Hooded Philosopher and I'm here with Cheesy Loops.
What are you flipping?
Cheesy Loops, I was going to ask you that. What are you flipping these days?
I'm not flipping the channel.
You're flipping the clay.
Flipping the clay.
You'd be flipping the clay like this little dude. You flipped him into existence.
I did. I made a wing and then I got tired.
It's got one side. One side. So Charizard can only fly right now. He can't fly left.
That's okay. He can only go right. It's okay.
Oh, wow. They're going to head into kill the person summoning undead giants. I don't know if they're going to be okay.
Okie dokie. Chapter 18. Death comes for us all.
Except for hats.
Wow, you even remembered what it said. You still didn't say it in time. Disappointment.
I remembered because I thought it was clever. Because she's in a hat.
The hat lay on Frick's head rather oddly as he entered the boat. It slipped off and fell into the water. He apologized to the hat as he retrieved it, placing it back on his head. Her voice bolstered him for the coming fight. Frick paddled the boat where he knew he was going. Frick paddled the boat. He knew where he was going. He followed the coastline from a safe distance until they saw Doom Coast. A massive hole in the highest cliff, and the water flowing inside gave them little time to get in. The waves caused by the oncoming bad weather gave them the required timing. Too bad neither one of them had a nautical bone in their body. I wish May were here. She loves it when the ocean gets rowdy, and I'm a poor swimmer.
Poor swimmer. I never got more hydration.
Hydrate! I'll keep reading, you hydrate.
As long as you do something about the writing. Although, let's see. Go for it.
Wee. I wish May were here. She loves it when the ocean gets rowdy, and I'm a poor swimmer, Frick said. He was hoping Zekka could do better. Why is there a funky line here?
Get rowdy. I don't know.
Oh. Weird. Alright. That is so weird. Her response filled him with dread. I haven't been on the ocean since I was a little girl. She looked like she was going to be sick. He turned, paddling the boat toward the cave. The waves got worse as they approached. Another giant came out. It didn't see them, turning toward the city. The waves were clearly cresting above their giant heads. The boat was approaching the cave vertically, and the waves splashed against the rock, jettisoning them from the boat. Frick hit the back wall of the cave. It knocked him out. Zekka was in the pool of water in the center, being tossed around by the waves. She paddled valiantly until she reached the small bit of beach nestled in the cave. Interesting.
You got the mouse.
I know.
Mark it.
Mark it? You don't even have your highlighter on.
Oh, I thought I touched on the highlighter.
No, it's still on the thing.
Ice cold hydration.
All right. Zekka was not prepared for the giant that came from some tunnels leading further in. It saw Frick first. He grabbed his body and tossed it against the far wall. Blood was spilling out of him. Zekka shouted, "Undead creature, fear Zekka, the new disciple of life." As she exhaled the words, the creature attacked them like they were flies picking at its rotten corpse. It struggled with the words, giving her a chance to get to Frick. A mumble let her know he was alive. The blood pooling around him concerned her. She put her hands on him. Power flowed through her, pulling his blood back into his body. Any wounds healed after the blood finished receding. She shook him, beseeching him to wake up. "Frick, we need you. Don't go yet." The hat was somehow still on his head, its wet cloth acting like a glue. The giant fell silent, save for a few thuds as it... The giant fell silent, save for a few thuds as it approached them. The water chose that exact moment to send out a blast, making it fall to its knees. It roared a human roar. She faced the giant alone like a true disciple. The giant stood no chance. Zeka, the disciple of life, placed her hand on the kneeling giant. He dissolved, mixing into the foam of crashing waves. When she turned her attention back to Frick, who was standing looking at her with his jaws agape. I didn't know that the divine arcane would make this so easy for us. You wouldn't be saying that if I were the one tossed against the rock, she said, walking over to him. How are you doing? Better than ever, he said, adjusting the hat on his head with care. Good. Maybe we can end this soon. Controlling life is a difficult process, she explained. He pointed to the back of the cave. Dahara must be further in. They started walking, and the giants led the way. Frick kept them hidden with a muscle that cloaked them in darkness. Zeka made the giants disappear before they could make a sound. The trap sprung, although Frick didn't notice. After a few minutes, Zeka stopped walking. Something was wrong. I can sense the magic pulling around us. It's like my breath no longer burns. The trap? Frick asked knowingly. How would a trap make the magical presence of an enemy just disappear? Zeka was worried. Maybe we were teleported, Frick guessed. The walls didn't change. Could Dahara have left? Maybe she knew we were approaching. Doubtful. I've been holding this muscle quite firmly. Silence filled the room. A wind blew into the caves. Oh, I read her head. Zeka heard the wind say, we went back in time. What the crap?
Just go with it. This is just like that was the trap.
They got teleported back in time. Yeah. Woo!
And the wind was the one that gave it to her.
It's like my breath no longer burns.
Yeah.
Like
all that bad
death,
taste is
all
gone.
that
Yeah.
death in the air isn't there.
She can sense it.
Okay, scroll up.
Yeah, this was pretty clear. Oh, this is not the right page. So you had an end quote here that was missing. I see. What? And then what was with this?
So it knocked him out. And like the narration's still being heard by him.
The story's still being told.
The story's still being told. And I mean he mumbles, so he I don't know.
The story is still being told. The
Yes.
only reason the hat went silent the one time was because the person who put it on her head shouldn't have heard it.
Okay, yes.
That would be the only reason to.
Yes, that's why. Okay.
So it's just still going to continue to talk even though no one's listening.
Okay.
Because somebody is listening to the story, and that is basically the reader.
Basically the reader, yeah.
That's the idea, at least.
Okay. So your first paragraph
Oh.
Okay, let's take this Wait.
You got your mouse if you need it, so you can point better.
Yes. The hat lay on Frick's head rather oddly as he entered the boat. It slipped off and fell into the water. He apologized to the hat as he retrieved it, placing it back on his head.
So it slipped off, so when he put it back on, he probably put it back on a little tighter. So that way when he falls through the water, it doesn't come off. And there's like a legitimate reason, maybe?
Frick paddled the boat. He knew where he was going. He followed the coastline from a safe distance until they saw Doom Coast, a massive hole in the highest cliff, and the water flowing inside gave them little time to get in.
I think the "and" should just be a period. I think that's two sentences. The massive hole in the highest cliff. It's another part of the description of Doom Coast.
There was a massive hole in the giant cliff would be much better than a massive hole.
Well, no, that's what Doom Coast is. From a safe distance until they saw Doom Coast, a massive hole in the highest cliff. Maybe that's a comma to a period.
When I think of coast, I think of the entire coastline, not just a single hole in a cliff.
got a good point, but it's more like it's the coast of the cliffside.
Okay, yes, the cliffside, yes, but there's just a hole, and that's Doom Coast. It's just the hole.
Well, that's what Crest went to investigate on Doom Coast.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, but do you hear what I'm saying?
What?
You're saying that until they saw Doom Coast, there's a hole in the side of a big, massive cliff, and the hole is the only thing you're calling Doom Coast.
That's true. That is wrong, but that's what so I need to rephrase it.
What you need to
say...
Oh,
no, I see.
With a massive hole, or a massive... It's not describing Doom Coast. It's very confusing. Held the dark and foreboding grave of his friend. The water flowing. Okay, that sounds much better. Yeah. Because it made it seem like you were describing the entire coast being this one.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the idea.
Yeah.
It was the massive hole of the cliff was where Crest went to go investigate. Yeah.
Yes.
And you were pointing out that wasn't really making a whole lot of sense, and now it does.
Yes, the water flowing inside gave them little time to get in. Because the waves were so high. Like
the waves are the weather's getting bad.
The weather's so bad that
crashing
it can reach the highest cliff. Yes. I'm not saying it's inconsistency.
It's not in the highest, like up at the highest point of the highest cliff.
Oh.
It's like a big hole in the waters. It like the ocean goes into it.
Right, so the hole is not at the top of the cliff.
Yeah, but it's like...
But that's... If you look at the cliff side, you see the highest one, and then there's the hole.
Yeah, you see the big high cliff.
Okay. The way I read the massive hole in the highest cliff, it reads, to me, in the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
So just a massive hole...
My mind is that it's so big that the highest point, is up there, but...
Oh, the hole is that big.
Yeah, it's like a massive hole.
It's a massive hole. Okay, yeah. Okay. Waves caused by the oncoming bad weather gave them the required timing.
So now it's like the water... What was it? So the water was going in and out so quickly they didn't even have a whole lot of time, and the bad weather was making the timing really poor.
Okay, so the waves caused by the oncoming bad weather gave them the required timing?
Poor timing.
Yeah, caused them to have poor timing.
Caused them poor timing, okay.
Yes.
There. Caused the poor timing. And too bad neither one of them had a nautical bone in their body. Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Ocean gets rowdy. Get rowdy.
I wish May were here. She loves it when the ocean gets rowdy, and I'm a poor swimmer, Frick said. He was hoping Zeka could do better.
I haven't been on the ocean since I was a little girl.
You delete that real quick?
What?
Just hit delete.
Oh.
No, not that. Oh, backspace then. Now enter. There you go.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Arg.
He turned, paddling the boat towards the cave. The waves got worse as they approached. Another giant came out. It didn't see them. Turning towards the city.
Snoring puppy.
I know, the snoring puppy. The waves were nearly cresting above their giant heads. So the waves are at least above the giants' heads. Because I'm not seeing...
The water is, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like chest height on them as they're exiting out the cave.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of water coming in.
Yeah, and I can see that as a real thing.
Yeah, okay.
The boat was...
And when I say giant, I'm not like talking 30 feet tall. I'm talking like 10, 11, 12 feet tall.
Yeah. Jettisoning from the boat. Yeah, that was most of my issues was that first bit there. Zeka was in the pool of water in the center, being tossed around the waves. and then she reached a small bit of beach nestled in the cave. Zeka was not prepared for the giant that came from some tunnels leading further in. It saw Frick first. He grabbed his body and tossed it against the far wall. Blood was spilling out of him.
Are you picturing what I'm saying here?
Yeah. Zeka shouted, "Undead creature fears Zeka, the new disciple of life."
Is that too many words?
What?
I gave her more time because there were more words.
Oop, wrong screen.
I do that too.
Um,
Oh, I gotta get this clothesline. I gotta put that there.
As she exhaled the words, creature attacked them like they were flies picking at its rotten corpse. It struggled with the words. So it's like she doesn't quite have a handle on her power yet. But she can...
It's more like she wanted to get to Frick fast.
Uh-huh.
So killing the thing wasn't the most important thing she could do right now.
Right.
Shouting a bunch of words and stunning it for a second was better.
Uh-huh.
Because Frick, I mean...
But it still kind of attacked them, but it wasn't a very good, effective attacking.
The words?
No, the giants' attacks. We're still attacking him, still doing things, but it was like... It was difficult for the giant, and it gave her enough time to get to him.
It was dealing with something else. It was distracting.
Oh...
They're like literally fighting the words.
Literal words.
Yeah.
I did not get that. I did not get that these were literal words.
Yeah, well...
How can we word that better to make
I don't know that literal is the right word either. It's like...
The creature attacked the air. Like
there were words around.
Okay, so attack the air. Or attack the words. Or whatever.
Oh, it just says them.
Yeah, it just says attack them. Because I thought they were attacking frickin' Zeka. So I didn't see that. Attack the air like there were... Yeah.
I like that. I like the words.
The creature attacked the words like they were flies picking at its rotten corpse.
But I think we can get rid of this. As she exhaled, the creature attacked the words like they were...
Yes, that's much more clear image that there's something extra going on.
Yeah. I was trying to... He's distracted attacking these things that don't actually exist.
Yeah.
Which are the words, in a way.
It struggled with the words, giving her the chance to get to Frick. A mubble let her know that he was alive.
Which is all she needed.
She put her hands on him.
Where do I put that?
Right above, giving her the chance to get to Frick. A mumble let her know he was alive.
Which was all she needed. You understand what I mean by that?
Which was all she needed.
Yeah. Well, do you understand why I would put that there?
I don't know why it was needed.
Because if she knew he was alive, she can keep him that way.
But if she was
she's a disciple of life.
Yeah.
If he was undead, she can kill him. She can dissolve him, make him go away.
So she was worried he was dead?
Yes. I mean, if you think about it, the waves crashed him against the back wall, and then a giant man came by and threw him against another wall.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing I have.
And then so she just needed to get there to heal it.
Giants are making noises too.
Yeah.
So why is a mumble what she needed?
A mumble? No, that's all she needed to know she could save him. She needed some sign of life.
Yes, but the giants also say things. Giants also make noises. Do they not?
She needed the sign of life to know she could save Frick.
And what was the sign of life?
The mumble.
And
like he didn't just not make a sound.
Right. So the giants make no words, no sounds.
But what does that matter? We're talking about saving Frick if he was dead.
Because the giant makes noise, but she puts her hands on the giant and it crumbles.
But the giant's undead. Frick isn't undead. I'm so confused.
I bet you are, because what you are saying does not make sense to me to the argument I'm trying to pose here.
Okay.
Which is...
I'll try and grab
a mumble was all she needed to know that Frick was alive.
Yes.
Okay. Do the giants make noises?
Are you saying that the giant's noises would be over his mumble, and she maybe wouldn't be able to hear it? What?
No. Why does a noise Frick make?
Okay. Frick made the noise because he was aware and conscious, maybe really, really hurt, but alive. She needed to know he was alive, because if he wasn't alive, she would just go take care of the giant and continue on the mission.
Correct. I understand that. What about the mumble proves to her he's alive? Because later you have the water chose that exact moment to send out a blast, making the giant fall to its knees. It roared a human roar.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what you're saying. Why can't Zeka save the giant?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not saying why can't Zeka save the giant.
What's missing here?
What's missing is you have Frick mumbling.
Yes.
So what you're saying is the giants don't make any sound, any noise, nothing.
Why do I need to make
Because
the
that
noise?
was your proof of life. Your proof of life was a mumble, a noise.
But there was a key reason why the proof was there. It was there to be. I don't understand what's going on. So you're saying that mumble doesn't prove he's alive?
Well, the giants can make noises.
Yes, but they're undead.
But that doesn't prove to Zeka anything.
I don't understand. He was hurt really bad.
Yes.
And he's like,
Yes.
And the giants are like, coming after you like zombies. What are you talking about?
It's not the same.
No, I mean, you're being weird right now. I don't know what's going on. I am so confused.
I just don't understand how a mumble is a proof of living versus undead.
I don't think it was versus undead. I think it was versus dead. She needed to know he wasn't dead. She can't save him if he's dead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. She can't save the undead because they're undead. And if she touches them, they dissolve.
So, what would it matter if he was dead or alive? The moment she touched him, that was the proof he was alive. Because if he was dead...
Did she touch him before this?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the mumble, now she knows she can go over to him and heal him. I don't know. You know what? You've convinced me. This is just not needed. It just isn't. I'm happy with that. Just fine the way it is.
Yeah, it I wish there was a better way I can express to you what I was trying to get to here.
I'm not sure what it is, though. But I do think that the reason why I'm okay with reversing it is because maybe I'm, like, repeating myself with that statement.
It's possible. And at least if there's a mumble, there's an attempt to save him. And if she can't save him, he'll just dissolve into dust.
Either way, she's going to go try and save him.
Yeah, either way.
I mean, unless he got up and started acting like a
Because a mumble could give her hope that he was alive. Because just because he makes a noise does not denote living, apparently, because there are things that aren't living that make noises, too. Does that make sense? A mumble let her know that he was alive, filling her with hope.
Should this be a semicolon, you think?
The blood pooling around him concerned her. And
that was better because there's hope, but there now is concern. We switched back to that concern.
Yes.
And realized it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She shook him. You have a lot of short sentences, which I'm not upset by. The blood pooled around him.
I think it just shows a lack of flow and maturity as well.
Yeah. She put her hands on him. Power flowed through her, pulling his blood back into his body. Any wounds healed after the blood had the blood finished receding. She shook him, beseeching him to wake up. Frick, we need you. Don't go yet. The hat was still somehow on his head, its wet cloth acting like glue. The giants fell silent. Save
Like
for...
he wasn't. Rah! He fell silent and started walking.
Yeah. Can you get rid of the quote there?
Oh.
Yeah, so the ocean, whether through natural causes or magical causes, crashed into the giant.
Mm-hmm.
It roared a human roar. That's unnerving.
That was the point.
Yeah.
These were once humans.
Yes, it's
Twisted by
beautifully
death itself.
unnerving. She faced the giant alone, like a true disciple. The giant stood in a trance. Zeka, the disciple of life, placed her hand on the kneeling giant. He dissolved, mixing into the foam of crashing waves. When she turned her attention back to Frick, who was standing?
I guess that might have been the grammar correction saying this should be a who.
Put a comma there too. He was standing looking at her with his jaw agape. I didn't know that the divine arcane would make this so easy for us. It really isn't, Frick. Come on, dude.
You wouldn't be saying that if I were the one tossed against the rock. She said, walking over to him, how are you doing?
Oh, wrong screen. I know how to function.
I know how to click on things with the mouses.
Better than ever. Adjusting his house.
Okay.
So cares.
He's like putting a securing.
Yeah. Kept him hidden with a muscle that cloaked him in darkness. Made giants disappear before they could make a sound. That chap sprung, although Frick didn't notice. After a few minutes, Zeka stopped walking. Something is wrong.
The dialogue here is just so.
Yeah, no, this is it's good. I think other than those little bits that I was having problems with, I think this one's ready to go.
Okay.
Oops, Scuzzy.
I can just say thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And tell me you agree with me on that whole thing.
Yeah, everyone back her up.
Bye!
Bye.